And I think I'm live now. Hello, all of you, with Tia Aldalieva, the Elven Spiritual Path. I believe that we have all of our patrons in the house. I'm going to go down the track here and look and see who's here. So we have Pandora. How's it going? Like, really nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm just excited about that. Uh, Draco, Lomelindo, and Nimue are in the house. How's it going? And Merlin is in the house. And I think that a few other people are supposed to come. I believe that Jennifer may come, and Veritariel's in the house. Thank you. I just barely missed you here, but I see it. So my Govanen, and yeah, so looks like we're getting all ready to go. I hope you guys have had a pretty okay Venus going direct, new moon, new Chinese year of the water tiger. And we also have, we just had more on Nenime, which I posted about that, which was the Elven dark moon. We are going to be very soon in the Elven waxing moon of Coirë Nenime. And today happens to be Sovalwaris, which is the purification. And during the month of Nenime, we work with Ulmo. And during Sovalwaris, which is the purification, we work with the energies of Nienna, She Who Cries. If you guys are not familiar with her, she transforms everything with her tears that has come before into original form. So in the Legendarium, the dark one, Melkor, Morgoth, he tends to be very destructive, destroy everything. And we talk about that in the Ainu Lindale of, many of the reasons why he's this way. We also would like for things to be restored. And so there is Arda Mard, which is his destruction of Arda, the planet Earth. And there is also Arda healed, and it is because of Nienna that happens. So we like to work with her at this time of the year. So guess we can get ready to go, huh? So I wanted to tell you that Dave can't make it tonight, and Dakendre is working this evening. I do hear that there is some change of plans with Dave, and if he pops into the room, because he does have the link to, be invited into the stream, but if he comes in, I'll help him in. But I believe that it's just me and you guys tonight, so that's okay, because we can handle it. So I'm turning on my Kindle. Okay. We're going to start with Linde Enlinlote, which is the song of the Starflower. So we want to begin. If you guys can face east, you can. If you are at the computer, that's fine. Also, we're going to intone Eru, who is Eru Iluvatar. Oh, hello, Dorian's Lover 119, which is also known as Christy. Say hi to one of our newest patrons at the teacher level. And Christy has been following Tia Aldalieva for, about a decade, really. I'm so thrilled that she has been able to become a patron. You thought you had group therapy tonight. Okay, awesome. So you know what? We're going to be group therapy. Oh, Mariel is in the house. Hey, Mariel. Mariel's coming from Argentina, you guys. So, okay. We have Linde Enlinlote, the song of the Starflower. We will intone Eru. Now, before we get going, you guys might want to go get some water. Okay, I have my own water here with the with the lid on it. And for Starflower, now you guys can use the image of the Starflower, but I happen to have a bottle of flower essence, of Starflower flower essence from Alaskan Essences. And so I'm actually going to put this in my water before the meditation. So put a little few drops. Okay. Excellent. And I'm going to put my cap on. So my water is ready to go for meditation. If you guys need to go get your water, you can. If you don't have access or you don't have time or what have you, you can just use your hands and pretend that you're drinking water from your hands. So that's not a problem. Okay. So we'll go ahead and intone, pardon me, Eru, who is Eru Iluvatar, the all that is, the reason that all of this is in the sense of Ea, which is the let it be. We are being. So let's intone Eru. Eru. And now we want to do the septagram, which is around the clock. And actually in our path now, because of the new symbol, we are using the septaquitra because it has the more curved lines and it looks better for our path. It's in our symbol, if you guys are curious about what symbol that is. But we'll start at, the points are still the same. So whatever looks like 4 o'clock in front of you, that's here for me. But for you, wherever 4 o'clock is, that's where we start. And we start with Star Day, which is Elenia. Elenia. Now we trace over to the 8 o'clock position for Sunday, Anarya. Anarya. We go to the 2 o'clock position, which is Isilia, which is the moon day. Isilia. Then we go down to the 7 o'clock position, which is Alduya, which means the trees day, meaning the day of the 2 trees, Telperion and Laurelin. Alduya. We then go up to the top of the star, or the 12 o'clock position, for Heaven's Day, which is pronounced Menelia. Menelia. We then go down to the 5 o'clock position and we intone Earenia, which means the sea day or the mariner's day. This is the day that was added into the 6-day Elven week to make it a 7-day week by the Numenorians. Earenia. We then go up to the 10 o'clock position and intone Valanya, which is the day of the Valar, or the high day. Valanya. We then go back to the 4 o'clock position where we started in order to close this form, and we intone Arda, which is the earth. Arda. And next we want to put our hands in either Namaste. You can even put it in a hand like Behold, because we're going to intone Ea. Okay, so either way. Ea. I'll do it again. Ea. One more time. Ea. And now we want to acknowledge the directions, and this is the figure, which is the Tengwar for Roman, which is east. And then we put our hand in Fear Not Mudra while we intone the name of the Tengwar. Roman. We now call on Manwe Sulimo, the High King of Arda, of the eagles and the winds, and his lady Varda Elentari, the queen of the stars, and the protector of Arda and Iluvatar's children. We welcome you into our circle, Ayah. And now we want to do the figure for Hjarmen, which is south. If you guys are on a cell phone and you prefer to face the actual directions, if you know what they are, that is awesome, but you don't have to. You can just visualize that you're facing south and make the tengwar, trace it into the air in front of you. Hold your hand in, we call it the Fear Not Mudra because that's the hand gesture, but it's kind of a sealing energy. And so it is with your palm facing out and your fingers all together and facing upward. Hjarmen. We now call on Tolkas, the youngest bare-handed ruddy warrior Vala, and Nessa, the sister of Orome, and the friend of the deer, she who dances on the new green grass. We welcome you into our circle, Ayah. Now, if you can face north, you go ahead and do it, but if you can't, that's fine. We'll visualize facing north. This is the tengwar for Formen, which is north. So let's draw that in front of us. Looks like a B with the underline in front of us. Fear Not Mudra. Formen. We now call on Iole the smith who dwells in the ground, the Vala of the mining and crafting of metals and gemstones. It is he who created the dwarves as a gift to Iluvatar. And to our motherly Yavanna Kimmentari, the giver of fruits and the queenly valley of Arda's maturing green vegetation of harvest and of the life that nourishes all of us. We welcome you into our circle, Ayah. Okay, next, you want to put this symbol, looks like an N, a little bit more curved, onto your heart chakra because we're talking about the center, okay? This is the within. Now, this tengwar is actually called Ore, and it means the heart or the inner mind. But we will be intoning me because me means within. So we can put our hand in, the Fear Not Mudra, but on our heart chakra, okay? After you trace the tengwar, Ore, and we intone me. Me. We now call on the hunter Vela Orome, the lord of the forests, he who loves the elves and wanders all of Arda on horseback with his horn. And Vana, the ever young and vital, she who aligns with the flowers and the new plant growth. We welcome you into our circle, Ayah. Next, we want to look above us and place this symbol, this tengwar, which happens to be for Velia, the sky. Looks like a U with a line over it. And you can hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra, or you can look up and face upwards with it. And we intone or because that means above. Or. We now call on Lorien, the Vala of the high light gardens, who nurtures our goals, visions, and our dreams. He's also known as Irmo. And we also call to Este the Gentle, the Valier of rest, sleep, and healing. We welcome you into our circle, Ayah. And next we want to use the tengwar for Arda, which looks like Roman, the east, but with an extra tail on it. We put this below us and trace it. And then if you want, you can put your hand downward, okay, to seal the energy. But rather than intoning Arda, we will intone Undo, because that means below. Undo. We now call on those of the Valar who walk alone. Ulmo, the brother of Manwe, the powerful and protective Vala of all the musical waters of Arda. And Nienna, the Valier of our transformation and our rebirth. It is she who, with her tears, intensely cleanses and restores all forms of fear, pain, and hurt that have come before. Arda marred, and to Arda healed. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And finally, we want to use this Tengwar for the West. It looks like an M with curled ends. We hold our hand in Fear Not Mudra and intone Numen. Numen. We now call on Namo of the halls of Mandos, the Vala of the balance and fair judgment of our respective paths of death. And to Vaire, the weaver of the ever-changing black and white threads of time, the past, the present, and the future. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And finally, while you're facing west, if you are turning in the directions, we want to either visualize a flame. So you can visualize a candle flame. You can visualize, like a fire in a hearth. You can also visualize a flame if you want to hold, the candle flame, if you want to hold it in a vessel that you create with your hands, okay? We intone Iluve, which means the all and the everywhere. Okay, there's the flame. Iluve. And now we want to put our hands in Namaste position. We acknowledge that we are one with Eru Iluvatar, as well as the spirit of Christ consciousness for Christians who are present in the ritual. And we feel the flame imperishable within us on our circle of celebration on this night, Laita. Let us tonight celebrate Sovalwaris, the Elven Day of Purification. This is also the ending of Hrive, or the Elven Winter, and it marks the beginning of Coirë, the season of stirring. We are excited for Arian and Anar, the sun, to cycle back toward us, to soon begin a new Loa, or Elven year. And through this cycle of purification, we will be ready. In Tia Eldelieva, the Elven spiritual path, Sovalwaris aligns with Nienna, who is also known as Fui Nienna, the Virgin Valier, who releases and cleanses away all that has died, be it our bodies or be it experiences that no longer are needed. And she heals this with her tears of mourning, as she has done with our home, Arda, the earth herself, when she was so deeply marred by the Dark One, Nienna also teaches us pity and compassion, as this is reflected in the Legendarium, when it is said to have taught the great Oloren or Gandalf these honorable traits. As she is amongst the Feanturi, which are the siblings of spirit, loosely translated, Nienna represents, along with her brothers, the care of the souls of Iluvatar's children. Irmo, or Lorien, performs his task with sleep through dreams and visions. Namo of the Halls of Mondos performs his task upon death through fair judgment. Nienna performs her task as a rebirthing, purification, and transformation, and her tool is her tears. And through her tears, she restores what has been marred or destroyed into its original pristine state. She teaches us to see the pain deep within those that would cause such marring in the first place, and to have compassion. We learn that this is their pain, we learned that their pain is even greater than our own. And through forgiveness of them and through forgiveness of ourselves and allowing ourselves to feel the pain and release this pain through our tears to be taken away, we too purify our souls. Nienna, please allow us to learn pity and exercise compassion toward ourselves, toward others, and towards Arda, our home. Let our tears be a catharsis that allows complete renewal of our most pure state. Laita. So what we want to do now is prepare our water for meditation. You guys have a picture somewhere probably of a star flower that you can visualize in your water. And if you don't have water, you can, again, visualize that star flower overlaying on your hands and having water there and drinking the water this way. So that's not a problem. Okay, we'll go ahead and get ready for the meditation. And I put my starflower essence into my water. I'm going to take a drink now before meditation. I'm going to put my lid on. Okay, if you guys want to take a drink of water, you can before we start the meditation. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started. In any case, if you do not have water, go ahead and just visualize the water and the star flower energies just working through you. Just bring them into your field. And we want to get really comfortable with our feet flat on the floor, our hands open, everything uncrossed. We want to face everything in a way that just makes us comfortable. Don't have any restrictions in anything. And if you lay down, you might go to sleep. So that's cautioned. Okay. Better to sit up in my experience. So close your eyes, and we notice that we are standing on Coirë Larire, the green mound of the two trees. We see the beautiful silvery moonlight of the white tree Telperion filling the left side of our bodies, while we see our left side glowing silver. And we see this silver light in our very blood. We especially circulate this silver light through our ajna, or our third eye chakra. as well as the sacral or the orange chakra, which is about 3 inches below your belly button. You can see other colors along with silver right now. That is totally fine. We just allow. And now we want to fill the right side of our body with the gorgeous golden sunlight of the golden tree laurelene. While we see our right side glowing golden, and that this golden light is in our very blood. You may see other colors along with this golden light. That is just fine. We allow that. Circulate this golden energy around and see it in your blood. See this especially in your crown chakra at the top of your head, as well as your solar plexus, which is the soft spot just below the joining of your rib cage. Allow yourself to be nurtured above by this healing light. And next, we feel our tree roots pushing deeper and deeper into Arda, the earth. We allow Arda to nurture and nourish us, while we feel more grounded and connected to Arda. You are feeling very supported by Arda now, and in fact, may even feel like you are Arda. You may see more colors. This is fine. As you extend your roots with your feet, we now allow our arms, our hands, our fingers, and even our hair to reach up to Velia, the sky, in all directions. And as you extend your branches to reach the very far spaces of elven and ancestral memory, it is best to be centered in the source so that you can go further and further. Now, just as the trees had a symbiotic relationship, we now see fluctuating first the silver light on the left-hand side, and then the golden light on the right side. And it keeps going back and forth. Silver, golden, silver, golden. This is in nature's ever-wise way, and the seasons flow. And you may even feel very connected to Ea and Arda and even Iluvatar. You may connect with the Valar and or your Maiar or Elven guides at this point, and may even start getting some of your own visions or your own messages. You may more fully be reawakening your Elven DNA and or ancestral memory. Just allow this fluctuation to continue. And now we place our attention west of west and travel to the realms of Fui Nienna, the Virgin Valier, who mourns and cleanses away with her tears all that have come before and restores to the original design. And we truly experience the meaning of Sovalwaris within ourselves. First, as for her student Olorin, or Gandalf, she teaches us to have pity and compassion by taking us to the marred places in Arda, the earth, and is able to demonstrate to us that as painful as this is to Arda, to empathize, and imagine the pain that would make anyone do such horrendous things in the first place. We can now feel the very deep pain with the Dark One that drives him into these heinous thoughts and deeds. And as long as he is in this pain, as long as he will not learn love, as long as he will not forgive others or even himself, he will continue to be in pain, and because of that, inflict pain on not only himself, but unfortunately others. It is so much better that we learn from our own experiences of pain and fear inflicted by others and are able to forgive and able to release. We realize how much pain they have endured to even do such deeds to us. We can also see when in our own ignorance that we have inflicted pain onto others. Now we can apply pity and compassion on a personal level for our own growth and thus begin our own forgiveness and releasing, and in fact, our own rebirthing and transformation. Now Nienna shows us how to use our tears for our own catharsis to truly forgive and release. And these burdens are then received by her to reintegrate through her tears what has been marred or destroyed within us. We become our original, pristine state. And through this initially painful time, we then experience a most amazing joy through purifying our souls. And while we are having a relationship with Nienna, I will set the timer for 10 minutes for us to have our own relationship with Nienna. In the past, I've ran music to do this process, but unfortunately, sometimes YouTube strikes the live stream in the middle of the live stream because they're getting like tighter on the copyright. So we're going to use silence. If you want to, there is a link in the description where you can open a gentle rain video. I would do it on this stream, but I have a feeling that we might not be able to do that. So if you want, you can, pause the video or what have you and play the rain video and then come back to this. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes and we will process Nienna. And I'm going to take another drink of water. Now that the time is right, we can put this meditation to a close. We want to thank all of the Valar, and especially to Nienna, as well as our Maiar or Elven guides, for their assistance as we slowly come back to the physical world and we remember what transpired. We bid Nienna in the west of west farewell, and we turn our attention back to Coirë Larire, the green mound of the two trees. We bring our consciousness into the trees themselves. First, we draw our branches in, and as we do, we begin to unroot from Arda. But we remember that we always have this connection. We now slow down the golden energy, and we slow down the silver energy, and we allow these energies to become small and portable. We could keep a little piece of these lights in our pocket as the Silmarils, which are the jewels that were created by Feanor, one of the Noldor elves. We can access their healing powers anytime that we want. We can just keep them in our pocket. We want to take a very deep breath, and if you are still a little lightheaded from the meditation, you can put some salt on the tip of your tongue, you can eat something, or you can drink something. So I'm going to drink something because I have some. And we're feeling pretty refreshed. Our work is done. We acknowledge the existence of Iluvatar, the all that is, and the flame imperishable, as well as the Christ spirit for those of us in circle who are Christians. And may we see all of your presences and all outside of this circle laita. Thank you to all of the Valar, and in particular to Nienna, for being with us in circle and for carrying out in spirit our work done here tonight. We hereby open ourselves to you, even outside of this circle, laita. And we acknowledge and are grateful to the elements and the directions and to the silver and the golden light for creating our blessed space in which we may do our spiritual work on this sacred night, laita. And now we want to take our hand and just visualize us pushing down into Arda all of the energies that we called to us. We want to push it down into Arda, right to the center. Arda, here is a gift of energy, of our pure intent of love, light, and healing that comes from the very deepest places of our hearts. And may it heal you and all of your inhabitants and bring all things to natural balance. The circle is now open. Laita. Okay, and if you guys want to, the circle's open now, so we can talk about things. We can do other things now. Okay. If you want, you can drink the rest of your water. You can eat. You can put some salt on the tip of your tongue. You can come back to, I guess, this vibration, the conscious 3D vibration of the world. And Lome Lindo says there is music playing. So I forgot that I learned about in StreamYard that they have their own music, but I didn't know if it would be available on the free account. So I decided, well, shoot, I'm just going to try to wing it and see if there's any music that might work. So it wasn't exactly the music that I was thinking about. I was trying to go by the titles, you know, to see if it would work. And I hadn't played with that function before, so sorry to test you guys out on that. So I tried to fade it so that it, you know, was kind of more, I don't know what you want to call it. While I was playing around with the music, I was seeing like which one was best. I kind of like the last one, which was called Night Driving, the best. There was a couple of other ones, Into Space, which I thought would be kind of cool, but then it wasn't like what I thought it would be. And there was another one that I thought that it could have been. But anyway, it's free music that for sure will not get us kicked off the stream if I use it. So that's why I decided to use it. And I also tested the link that's down in the description box, and it's no longer working. So that is telling you that there is a whole bunch of copyright issues right now, and YouTube is really going crazy with this. And some people tell me Facebook is also doing that too. So yeah, so I experimented with the music because I thought, well, why not, right? It was like elevator music. Yeah, okay, I know. Would you guys rather have silence then instead of the music in the background? I'm open to suggestions. I just thought that I would try to see what could fit and what could happen. Merlin says, wow, feel lighter and good. Excellent. Excellent. Pandora. Yeah, there was music playing. And yes, one was like elevator music. Sorry about that. So we can, you know, like do without that if you guys would rather do that. You know, like there was rock music too, which I didn't think would work with Nienna. You know, that might work with Aule the Smith, but it wouldn't work, you know, or Tulkas, right? But it wouldn't work with Nienna. Okay, so Merlin says that he is fine either way. Okay, whichever is perfect for everyone, I'm fine either way, sound or no sound. And Muriel says, I feel a lot more relaxed, and I'm glad to hear that, and I'm hoping that the elm flower essence is still helping. And maybe, I know, that's what I'm going to suggest to them, is to have some more nature sounds. I thought that was exactly, I'm going to suggest it because I'm in the StreamYard challenge right now, and yeah, they're like really listening to us, and StreamYard is a pretty cool company, I think. So, Daughter of Magic, hey, how are you doing? Says, perhaps this comes from my solitary witchcraft practice, but I feel the time to interact and work with the Valar is more of at the end of, hang on, is more of a at the end by yourself kind of a situation. Okay. Certainly we have a meditation that we can connect as a, and it's not like a circle that goes across the world, but each of us have an individual circle, if that makes sense. And then we connect all of the circles, and that's how we've been doing it. But we certainly can have our own relationship with the Valar that we're working with. And in this case, that would be also, that would be Nienna. And Nienna, I have found the best way to work with Nienna energy is to take a bath with a lot of salt, you know, Epsom salts and cypress and other kinds of oils, juniper, so many kinds of like really cleansing and purifying oils, you know, clary sage, lavender, rosemary. I mean, anything that feels right to you that you have. I really like connecting with Nienna in the bathtub. Okay, that's my secret. You know, you can try it. Okay. Yeah, I got you. So Veritariel says that background is beautiful. Is that your room? Yes, it is. This is not a green screen. This is real. So, and I'm not sure if you guys see this over here. This is art that my daughter made for me for Christmas or my birthday, because my birthday is January 1st. So it's like, well, you know, I don't really remember whether it was for my birthday or Christmas, but this was created for me by her, and it's J.R.R. Tolkien's signature, like his mark, okay? But she did it in string art. So she like nailed nails to a board and then strung all the red string around. Isn't that cool? Yeah, she did a really great job on that. Now, the wire work that you see, so the bottom one is just the daybed / couch, you know, thing that is here. But the wire work that you see across the edges here and then over in the corner also, those are room dividers. And I've had these room dividers for about 20 years. Okay. In fact, it was over 20 years. I got them in 2000. And I have carried them everywhere with me because I use, so in the past when I did fairs and other things, so I would sell crochet stuff and we would use like hooks and things like that, and we'd hook them into these and we would just make walls, and you know, and then we'd have like a space to sell. And then when I was doing you know, tarot readings at Ren fairs and, you know, things like that, we also used these for making my booth like separate from other people, and they work really well because, you know, they work with the Ren fair kind of energies, right? Because they look like they could have even been from back then. And they were a storage problem, okay, in the past. But now, because, you know, I'm in my own space and I'm, you know, kind of doing my thing, I realized that they looked really good across the wall when they're all stretched out. So that's what happened with that. So thought I would tell you about that. Daughter of Magic says, I usually meditate in the shower, so I felt that that would be a good idea for Nienna. It's excellent. And if you can do a bath, like because of the salts and soak in it, it's really nice. But shower is next best thing. And you can even put the salts on your skin if you want. Okay. A shower can work visualizing the cleansing of the energy. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So Christy says, I have been working with Nienna since my dad passed away in 2019. I'm sorry for your loss, honey. I lost 4 people in just over 5 months in 2019. Nienna and Este are the 2 that I have worked with the most since that time. Wow. Yeah, Nienna, oh man, Nienna is like, when Christians ask me about Nienna, I say she's very similar to Mother Mary. Like she really is. It's a very, yeah, I am too. That's got to be hard. Like, wow, that's so many people at one time. And we also know of people like with COVID who lost a lot of people and they weren't even able to see them, you know, because of, you know, policies with hospitals and, you know, other things. I mean, there's been a lot of dramatic, you know, loss over the last 3 years, really. So yeah, I am so sorry to hear that. And okay, so yeah, if still water doesn't do it for you, I mean, I know that there, you know, like there's bubbles or whatever, but you know what? The shower will be fine. Just put the, like, you can mix the salts ahead of time and then put them on, like, and turn off the water, put them on your skin and then turn on the water again. That really works really well too. Because I noticed that the salts really help clear out a lot of stuff from our muscles and, you know, all of that muscle memory. And then the water and the salts can pull out a lot and detox us. So yeah, thank you, Merlin, for giving that shout out to Christy. Let's see here. Okay, I think I've gotten everybody's questions. Just double checking. Nature sounds. Yes, I'm going to suggest that. I promise. Well, in fact, I'm going to highlight it. Okay, I'm going to suggest this to StreamYard. Okay, so I'll remember. Okay. So it looks like we're at the top of the hour. And so I'm going to let you guys get going because I don't want to take up all your time. And, you know, for you guys on the East Coast, I know it's kind of late. So I want to make sure that you guys can, you know, like chill down and go to bed and do all of the stuff with Nienna tonight, allowing her to fully purify you. Pay attention to your dreams tonight, drink water. If you feel like crying, go ahead. It's very in line with what's going on right now. We do have a new moon right now that is going into the newly waxing moon of Coirë. And again, we're in the water month. So we're working with Ulmo and Nienna energy a lot this month. So just, you know, be gentle with yourself. Release when it feels right, but also because it's a new moon and a new cycle and a new Chinese year even, you can do a lot of seed work right now. You can put a lot of intentions out there, and things are actually like they're going to be starting to move, and you'll notice it as Mercury goes direct in a couple of days. You'll notice more movement as we get toward the full moon. And by the time that we are in the spring, or, well, for the Elven path, the Elven New Year starts on March 28th, which is Ystare. And we will be in a completely new cycle at that point. So this is a nice way to kind of just release and let go of everything that we're hanging on to that we don't need anymore before we go into that new cycle of the new year. And we do have some opportunity to even start bringing in some of the new things. So I don't want to discourage you from doing the new work, but we got to have a clean slate when we do that. So, okay, I think I'm going to end the stream. We're at 1:02. Okay, yeah, I'll let you guys get going. Laita, many blessings to all of you. And we will see you very soon. I will also be on, I think it's February 16th, having the Isil Nenime with Ulmo for patrons only. This one is a public video, but we'll have one for just patrons, although patrons were the only ones that showed up tonight, which is fine. So we kind of had our circle. I'm guessing Hananle is that's what you meant there, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Namarie. You guys have a good evening, and, you know, many, many blessings to all of us. It's been a wonderful year. And if Echo is watching the replay, you're going to get your necklace very soon. I'm so glad you became a patron again. So yep, all of our necklaces are now spoken for. We were only waiting for Echo, and so she reached out to us in the last couple of days. Me too, girl. Christy and I are both the witchy. Yup. Thank you. I'm trying. Yeah. That's you too. So, Daughter of Magic, do you have another name that I might know you by? I didn't know if you like had popped onto the stream tonight or if I know you. I think you're the only person I don't recognize right off the bat, but only because I'm not recognizing your handle. But I might know one of your other names. Oh my goodness. Oh, Echo. Okay. You're going to be getting this. Okay, one of these in the mail. Okay, so be looking for that. I'm going to try to go to the post office soon, but if Patreon doesn't get back to you about, because I don't know why you weren't showing up in my active patrons, because I got your message about you joining, but for some reason I couldn't get it to be like where it was showing like that you put your address in and all of the stuff. But if you want your sticker and your artwork that is coming from Patreon, which is I don't even have one. Okay, actually. So anyway, you'll need to give Patreon your mailing address also. And I just wanted to let you know about that. So I am Echo. Yay. Yes. And we're so glad you're here. And I'm over the moon about it. Merlin says I'm paying after midnight. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, honey. We got you covered, and we'll see you at the new moon, or pardon me, the full moon. It's the new moon right now. And I wanted to also tell you guys that there is going to be a language, I'm sorry, not a language, a calendar presentation that Dave has been wanting to make for a really long time. We updated our calendar last year because of research that he found, and he's been writing his paper and he's been refining it, and he's been, doing all of this work. And he says, Lisa, Calendar Neal, he's like, I think I've got it down. I really want to make this presentation soon. I don't want to lag on it. So we have scheduled that tentatively for February 21st, which is a Monday, like 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So we're trying to, kind of keep it consistent. We're trying to see if some of our EU folks want to be involved in that video, like where they're live streaming with us. And, for them, it's like, 1 o'clock in the morning. So we may do it on a Sunday, like at, noon or something, so that, for them, it's like 8 o'clock at night, something like that. We're going to see how this works. So anyway, I will let you guys get going. I promise this time. Okay. I'll let you guys get going. You have a wonderful evening. Laita, many blessings. Namaste. Excellent. I will let him know. I'll make sure you guys friend each other on Facebook. Namaste. Good night.